In March, when the COVID-19 pandemic adjusted our school year, arrangements were made to provide food to students in their homes. When summer arrived, the question was whether the program could be continued. Let's hear how it was resolved.
In terms of the meal deliveries, starting right away in March when we went remote learning, we were told no school Monday, by that Wednesday, the food services had meal deliveries up and going for students. And I learned that the meals could actually continue throughout the summer, but it sounded like there might be difficulties with deliveries throughout July and August. And I was like, wait a second. You're telling me there's money still available, the Families First Coronavirus Act, those funds were still available through the National School Lunch Seamless Summer option. So the money was still available for the food, but we were having delivery problems. And I said, no. I'm like, this is Kearsarge. We can literally do anything. And if you're telling me the only reason kids might not get fed this summer is because of delivery, that's not going to be a thing. We can make this happen. So I emailed Melina, the food services, and I emailed Stacy with the bus company. I said, hey, I heard this might be a thing. What do we need to do to make it happen? Start to finish, fresh picks under the guidance of Melina. Melina creates a menu for multiple weeks. Parents then sign up to have food delivered. At this point, the Fresh Pick staff is making over 1,400 meals a week. They do the prep work, they do all the packaging, so that on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings, they have meals, breakfast and lunches packed up for the families that have asked for them. Those meals then go into the totes labeled with individual towns. End of June, I sent out an email to the Kearsarge district. I said, hey, we're going to need volunteers for this. Who's available? And people just were able to pick the towns that they were comfortable doing. And then within hours, I had almost all of the Friday spots filled, which was just such you could tell the outpouring from the community. And quite literally, the volunteers that we have, all 7 of the different district schools are represented, principals, teachers, paras. There are school board members who have volunteered. There's somebody, I believe, from the Municipal Budget Committee who has volunteered. There are parents who have volunteered. So we have, I believe it's over 25 different volunteers throughout the course of this couple-month period going out to these different towns. The different teachers, paras, principals, we all want our schools to be community schools. And this was one way that we were really able to bring ourselves out as part of the community. It's teaching, just by the nature of teachers, we care for our students. And knowing that during this time there could be even more food insecurity than what is normal within our district, this was a way to help with any of those food insecurities. And the fact that our district was able to keep this going for our students is just really important. One volunteer told me it gives her summer more meaning to be able to be part of this and go deliver this food. One of the volunteers, who happens to be a teacher, during the remote learning time, when her and her kids would have lunch group together, and a lot of her students had these meals, and it was another shared experience that during remote learning, they were having this shared experience of these similar meals. And she just wanted to make sure that her students who had that opportunity during the school year were able to still have that opportunity going forward. So when she saw openings, particularly within her school, she was like, I'm on it. And then so she is giving back to her students in that way as well. And it was just something that was very meaningful for her too.
Thanks, Tara. It's great to see the can-do attitude of our local educators. Before we find out what adjustments the schools in Sunapee have made for this fall, let's hear from some of the businesses you help and make your Yankee Chronicle possible.